Hey everybody, it is Prince's Friend, and I am here with the final review of the Ladies of Prince week. Version 1. I'm probably going to do Ladies of Prince a couple of times, because he did work with a lot of ladies. Today's review is one of those that I've been looking forward to for a while. It's again kind of in the series that we've been doing, and this is Sex Symbol by Sheila E. Now, Sex Symbol, and it's spelled Cymbal, C-Y-M-B-A-L, kind of like the drum instrument, This is her fourth album though, but it's most notably the first one where Prince had zero involvement. So this is kind of a big deal. This is kind of where she gets to kind of define herself without her mentor being around anymore. Like, okay, what has she learned and where is she gonna take this? So obviously this means that there's gonna be a little bit more heavy Latin flair to this. She also obviously is going to take from Prince's creative process, and she's going to work with jazz and rock and funk and all the different types of music. So the whole album, with a few exceptions, was written and produced entirely by Sheila E. and Pete Michael, who is her brother. And the album got to 146 on the top 200, but it did hit number 56 on the top R&B albums. So those are okay numbers. I think that when I listened to it, it should have definitely done better, and I'm not really sure why it didn't. But I'm going to let you be the judge of that. Just so you know, there are 13 tracks on here. 2 of them are 1-minute drum solos. Both of those are really, really cool, but they're not enough for me to talk about, so I'm skipping those 2 tracks. But with that said, let's get on with it. So the first track is Sex Symbol, but you wouldn't know that just from hitting play, because it actually starts off with the Glamorous Life intro. And then it kind of stops abruptly and she yells psych, and it's just kind of funny. I always took this kind of intro not just of them trying to pull a joke on the listener, but also just like, oh, you think that you're gonna come and you're gonna get that same old Sheila? No, I have something brand new for you. Then it launches into the title track, and it's a damn good track. This song is all about how fame and fortune are just what people see, and that's not who she really is. I read an interview with Sheila E. where she actually said that she had gotten to a point in kind of Prince's circle where the shows became more about the sex and all of that, and she kind of had to remove herself from that because she really wanted to start focusing more on the music. And I like that because this album is kind of her reclaiming her image and doing something that she wants to do with it, and I dig that a lot. Sex Symbol peaked at number 30 on the Billboard's dance maxi single sales charts, and number 32 on the R&B singles charts. So Funky Attitude is about how men get crazy when you don't sleep with them right away, and or just kind of in general in a relationship. My favorite part is the fact that while she's saying funky, it's kind of muddled, so it kind of sounds like she's really saying the more vulgar version of that word. The beat is a little bit more R&B inspired on this one, and the music climbs nicely to the completion of the song. Already the first 2 songs are pretty freaking great.
All I do is cry, baby. So much to each other. We said we love one another. All I do is cry, baby. So much to each other.
And then we get our first ballad, track 3, so that's brave. Like, you're not shoving it into the back of the album. I really like this one. It's not a power ballad. It's more of a toned down personal song, which I dig a lot. There's no reason to try for notes that you couldn't possibly hit when you can just strip it down and stay in your range. Many think that this song is about Prince, as it's Sheila asking why things ended the way that they did, and it hurts her so much to think about it. I don't know if it's actually about Prince. I don't think anybody really knows except for Sheila and possibly Prince. But it's a nice, fun thought, and it kind of adds another layer of kind of drama to the song, but I think it's good. I would like to note that this song was written by Sheila E and J.P. Charles, and it's not a name that like anybody just knows off the top of their head, except for the fact that he wrote a handful of Vanities tracks on Skin, which I reviewed earlier this week, so I don't know, it's kind of a small world. So when I started listening to the Sheila E. Sex Symbol album, I wasn't expecting that there would be a cover of Lady Marmalade on here. I'm a fan of this song, just in general. I think Christina Aguilera probably did the best version, but I think Sheila kind of knocks it out of the park with this one too. The most notable difference is that she draws out the yitchy gitchy ya 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 part, and like makes it longer. All in all, I think it's a good cover, and the horns are on point in this song. Then we get into like a cool rock R&B track. Once again, she brings the house down with this track. There's a really cool guitar addition to this one. In this song, she's telling this Loverboy that he needs to go somewhere else if he wants his sex right away. But you can also tell from the song that she's also kind of into him, so it's not like just a brush off or anything. I think it's a pretty darn good track though. We're about halfway through this album, and again, it's really hard for me to contemplate why it didn't do better.
Tell me, what do you see? What do you see? What do you see? Mother Mary, bless me, grant me peace before I leave.
So Mother Mary is kind of a sweet song of Sheila asking Mary for guidance and blessings as she lives her life and her faith and whatnot. Musically it's good, but it does seem to break the momentum that the album had. It all felt like it was very cohesive up to this point, and then this song sounds so different from the other tracks that have come previous. She does sing it well, and she has some good screams at the end. So I mean, it's a good song, but it does seem to kind of like, funky, Mother Mary. This one is kind of a Latin rock mixed song. I was thinking that this was going to be like a song about her, knocking naysayers down like they're flies, but instead it's actually a song about people living on the street and how they can barely hang on. I'm a fan of socially conscious songs. She rocks the timbales on this track and really brings that flavor, but I think it's such a fun, dancey song that it's really hard for the listener to like, you're right, I am thinking about these sad people who can't make it. It's just like, no, it makes me want to get up and dance. It's a good track for dancing. I don't know how well it did with the social message.
Are you gonna leave me? Are you gonna go? If you're gonna quit me, at least just let me know. Are you gonna leave me?
So this is a pretty good song about a relationship not going so well. So Sheila asks, are you staying? Are you going? What? Just tell me something. Must be a song about a coward who ran away. This one doesn't have the must be about Prince rumors kind of going around it. But I'm going to start one right now. What if this song is about Prince? Musically and lyrically, it's a little too simplistic for me. But she does add a little bit of Latin flair in it at the end, and I think it picks the song up, and it makes it a good track.
I want your company.
So Private Party is actually really great. In this song, she's got her eye on a boy and is letting him know that he's the one that she wants and invites him to a private party. Boom, shticka, meow, meow. I like it because it's a real Latin groove to it. Yeah, and there's not really much else to say. It's just really, really good.
Can you promise me love? Promise me bliss.
So this one starts with an acoustic guitar and some sax. You know how I feel about sax. Sheila sings this ballad with a low, raspy, sexy voice, and it's a song about her fears post-sex, and she asks him to promise that he's gonna love her and all that stuff. I like it. I don't love it. I think the song is slightly bigger than Sheila can pull off with her voice. There's technically nothing wrong with it, but it sounds like a stereotypical early 90s ballad. But damn, you know, the sax is great in it.
It's a perfect occasion and we need an invitation. I get to choose 'cause I made the list. When I get to heaven, everybody's single girl, it's like a Italian tables. Gonna changing rhythms with people kiss.
So Heaven has a great beat. The guitar playing in the background is awesome. The chorus is super funky. It sounds like something P-Funk would put out, and it's just awesome in that way. I'd say that it is a little difficult to pick up all of the lyrics, but I don't really care about that because the song is funky. The parts that I listened to, it just made me want to get up and dance. And so in the end, regardless of the lyrics, it's just great music, and I love high energy endings on albums. In conclusion, so it seems like Sex Symbol started strong, it lulled a little bit in the middle, and then it picked back up at the end with a killer finale. All in all, Sheila E really shows us, again, why she is the best Prince protege of all time. And this album rocks. It has ballad, it's got funk, some R&B on there, it's got a little bit of everything, and it's hard to not just keep listening to it. I give it a 4.5 out of 5, epic album for Sheila E. But what did you think about Sex Symbol, and which was your favorite track? Let me know down in the comments, and while you're at it, don't forget to hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and support the channel by going to patreon.com/princessfriend. May you live to see the dawn!